Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Factorio Operation Lazy Bastard, and I'm showing you about the most useless machine in Factorio. Yes, that's right, it is the Afk Fish Farm. And I've caught a bunch of fish. But these guys appear to be evading the fishing machine right now. Ooh, come to Papa, come to Papa. Come on, come on, come on. That's right, turn right, turn right. There you go. There you go. Come on. Yeah! Gotcha. How about you? You gonna do the same thing? You know you want to. Come on. Come on. So you need fish. You need food, right? We've caught a few. Oh, this one was close. Come on, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Turn around. No such luck. Okay. Anyway, yes, we have a very busy episode today. Today is episode 8. I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. Good news is, we are officially in the oil business. Let's go for a walk. Okay, since we've researched oil handling, I have made our first oil refinery, which means that I have created the last item that we need to create, which should bring our count up to 8. But look at that. There's the bad news. Bad news is I screwed up somewhere, and I'm not sure where. I have a pretty good idea, because if I open up the GUI here, I believe I was making a wooden chest or something, or a steel chest, because if I look at, this is my inventory over here, and this is my crafting menu. I may have selected a crate from the crafting menu because they're in exactly the same place. So I'm used to seeing the crates up here in my inventory, but I may have clicked here instead. But I was in the middle of hours worth of work, and I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. And then I happened to look up. Who knows? I mean, it might have been 5 minutes before I looked up. It might have been 5 hours. But anyway, it jumped up to 8. And I'd realized I'd screwed up. And then that's when I decided, you know what, let me go ahead. I've got some pump jacks, and let me go ahead start creating some petroleum gas. So I've set up a refinery here, and I had to do it by hand. But there it is, it's set up, and I've got some tanks to collect the petroleum gas, and to the end of, to advance our cause, I've set up a couple of chemical plants to, alright, let me go ahead and dump some coal in here, to create plastic. And let me grab all of the things, all of the plastic things. And the bad thing is, this is going painfully slow. It is just absolutely painfully slow. And unfortunately, that's a problem. So let's go take a look and assess where we are science-wise. So over here, I've got, this is where we use the plastic, so I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest of the plastic in here, along with some green chips, and then I've set up these 2 machines to make copper coils, and those copper cables, and those things together are all creating red chips. Now let's go for a walk. The red chips we're going to use in a couple of different places. Oh, caught another fish. Oh, by the way, I've also set up a plant to produce military science. Let me go ahead and grab some walls to kind of refill the military science. Because military science requires walls. So let me drop some ingredients in here. And if we look over here, we've got blue science being produced. And it requires sulfur, which I already produced a bunch of. I don't think we're going to need any more. And we've got over 1,000 blue science, so we might be in good shape. But let's figure out how we're going to do this. So let's pick up all this science. And let's grab a bunch of the military science as well. Grab 1,000 of each. Now let's go up to our labs, and I want to show you something else I've been toying around with. Alright, check this out. This is a system based on Catherine of Sky's science lab setup that she made, and it's an intriguing idea. And so what you do, the idea is that you would have these cars, and how many cars? I've got a bunch of cars in my inventory right now, but let me go ahead, deposit them in a crate, if I may. I made a whole bunch of cars. Now the cars are a way of taking a single belt, but see, each car still has an inventory. Look how big that inventory is. It's almost as big as my own inventory, but I could fill that with science and yet still transfer it on a single belt. Does that make sense? I could have all 7 sciences represented in here, and each car could carry a certain amount of them. And I've got them slaved. I've got the belts slaved to this scanning belt right here. I just got this one item of stone going around this belt. Every time that stone passes through this portion, it detects an item, and then, let's see, each of these belts here creates an enabled condition. See if I can get it to show. Okay, right there. An enabled condition. That belt will operate if it detects a signal of a stone of more than 0. So if it detects any stone from this signal, it'll enable the belt and allow it to continue. So then what you could do is you could set this up as a system where the cars go along the belt, they pause, and then there's crates and inserters along the way that insert the science into them, and then it goes to the next station and then gets 2 more sciences, and then 2 more sciences, and then it proceeds into an area of the belt where there's a whole bunch of labs. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of an idea that we could work on, but I'd just like to get some stuff researched. So let's go ahead and take some of these, and we're just going to start dumping blue science in to some of these, if we can. And let's see, what can we... Oh, you know what? We could do this. What could we do? How could we do this? We could just run a ring around it, just to feed the blue and gray science into it. We could do that. Just, you know, just like this. Just for now. But I want to get a real science setup done. And this time I don't want to use my own. I want to use this other system of K of S, as she calls herself. It intrigues me. I still want to be sold on its efficiency, but it does intrigue me. Okay, I'm actually going to reroute this to go like that. Okay, then we're going to disconnect that. Okay. Feed that in there. Then we're going to feed this there. I just don't want a bunch of this stuff clogging my inventory. Okay, now I can continue this belt. Is that right? Yeah, that'll work. So again, with the 16 science labs, actually 17, but what the heck, we'll do 16 for now. And yeah, I guess that'll work. Down here, we'll set up the crates. And inserters, and we'll fill them. Oops, not that. And then let's go ahead and actually pull out the ones we put in there. Okay, setting up that. Now we'll set up our inserters here. But it looks like we're going to need more, because I wasted them on that fish farm. Alright, let's grab some more. You might notice scattered throughout, I have things like rail signals and train cars. Like right here, I've got locomotives set up. Locomotive production. I've got tank cars and rail cars and various other components for the railroad set up, because this is episode 8. And I want to do stuff with railroads. So that was part of the preparation I've been doing. That's why this is one of the things that's going to make this such a busy episode. Okay, this is, again, a temporary lab. But this is what we're going to do for now. Okay, all sciences represented, so let's start doing some research. Let's see, ultimately, we want this automation 3, that's what we need, but in order to get there, we need to have advanced material processing. So we're going to have to do that, and then we're going to have to get purple science researched. So let's see, tech tree, where is that? Advanced material processing, start research. That's going to give us electric furnaces, which is great, but what we really need the electric furnaces for is to make purple science. As you can see here, we don't have purple science yet, but we need to research it. Once we get it, making purple science is going to require that. So we're going to go ahead and let that cook. And I'd really kind of like to toy with this, but let's toy with railroads for now. So I've started creating some railroad track, and I've hooked it to this machine which has no recipe yet. The reason for that is that this machine is going to be the location where we produce purple science, which we're going to need. Now, the reason we need that automation 3 is because if we look at our oil production, we've only got one refinery. I want to make more. I want to make like 10, 20 of them, but I can't do it without an advanced, or what's the word? I can't do it without a level 3 assembly machine, and that's how we're going to get it. We need to speed this refining process up. It's too darn slow. So we need, now what I could do is I could say, you know what? We've gotten to 9. We've still got a whole lot of room left as far as things that we could research. So I could just say, you know what? We did it. I'll go ahead and make, 10, 20 refineries in hand. I could do that. And I may end up doing that if this just goes too slow. But I would really, I mean, we can't make 8, but we can make 9. We can keep it below double digits, and that would kind of be a nice achievement, I think. So let's say we do that. Alright, so what could we make for trains then? I do want to do that. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we set up a system to bring oil to a better place. Now I've got two refineries set up. Or not refineries, I've got 2 oil fields set up. Oh, and I've got nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to go take a look. I've got a second oil field. We can set up an oil pickup and an oil drop-off. And where are we at as far as power? I haven't looked at that in a while. Oh, by the way, look at it. I've increased our coal power by quite a bit. We've got 48 machines, 48 steam engines, and oh yeah, we are way good. We are way good. Our steel is maxed out right now. We're not really taxing it. Created some fuel tanks. And where are we at here? Okay, ooh, 120, we'll take those. Advanced material processing going well. Okay, let's grab a stack of these motors, these engine units, because we're gonna have to make pumps. Let's grab a stack of rail cars to carry in our inventory because they are so freaking big. I always think that's hilarious. Oh, I got 5 locomotives and 20 rail cars and, 8 miles of railroad track. Oh, this one caught one. Oh, caught 5. Okay, actually fish appear at 5 at a time anyway, so it made 1 catch. Alright, so we'll take railroad stations, and we'll take railroad signals, and somewhere up here is a locomotive. We'll take that. Guten Tag. Okay, yes, we're going to take those, take the red chips, because one of the things we're going to have to do somewhere over here, did I set it up? I thought I set up a machine that was going to make furnaces. I don't know that I did. So, but we're almost done with advanced material processing, so let's go for a walk. Do I have any radar sets? Yes, I do. I have 3. Let's go for a walk to our other oil field. Or, better yet, I have a whole bunch of cars up here. Might as well use one. How about that? All right. Let's see. Let's put 1 car down. And let's deposit some coal. And let's change our research. So let's do purple science now. And I think that's all we need to do. We'll start research on that. And that should actually go fairly quickly. Oh, the lights. I need light. Oh, see? This is what I'm talking about. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay. So, let's repair this. Let's just walk. And plastic, how much? We'll take that. And let's take the map. Let's check the map again. How far are we? We got a little ways to go. So I guess we could do the drop-off down here if we really wanted. But we have to remember that with a train, we have to fuel it somehow. Oh, so loud. Yes, we're really going to want a radar set here. I've also placed a whole bunch of gun turrets around this thing, around this collection, because it will produce pollution, and it is fairly close to biters. Okay, science pack is finished, so let's see. So that means we need to set up automation 3, but in order to do that, we have to make purple science. So, all right. Well, let's start the research. And now that we can make purple science, let's go ahead and get that going. So, man, I really want to get this set up, but I might actually have to wait. Well, that doesn't mean we can't. At least. Let's see, we could still set up some track. Okay, let's set up a station right there. And let's go ahead, put our locomotive down and our 4 tank cars. So the only other thing is we need to produce pumps. How can we do that? Do I have stuff on hand to do it? Yes, I do, which means all I got to do is drop a assembly machine and feed it the materials I need. So we need 8 pumps, 4 offload and 4 onload. So let's see, select that for the recipe. Feed it those, feed it those. How many does it need? Steel? 1 steel and some pipes. Okay, that's going to make a bunch. We're going to give this a little bit of coal if I have any. Do I have any? Yep, I got some. We'll feed it in there so it's got some fuel. And 8. Good, that's what we need. So let's go ahead. Alright. And... oops. Let's interconnect them. Do I have enough undergrounds to interconnect them? Yes, I do. Now what I'm wondering is, in order to fill them quickly, what's the best pipe configuration? I honestly don't know. Okay, so we can at least get a train full of oil ready to go. And let's see. Let's get some lights. And how quickly are they being filled? Fairly quickly. Actually, that one's being filled very quickly. This one is not really. Okay. Well, so it's going to take a little bit of time. That's fine. But anyway, there we go. That train is started. We haven't got it running yet, but you know what? That's fine. We're not really in a position to handle great amounts of petroleum. We're just not. What the automation that we're trying to do, that's going to help us do that. But let's actually use one of our radars here. Oh wow, they actually shade over the area on your map now. That's I think is new. They shade over the covered areas when you're going to place a radar set. I don't think it used to be that way. You used to kind of have to guess at it. So now you can actually see the coverage and you know precisely where to place the radar. That's pretty awesome. So if we could get Automation 3 researched, if there's any way we could get it researched by the end of this episode, that would be fantastic. But I gotta say, I don't have high hopes for that. So, let's see, how long does it take to create? 21 seconds. Okay, well, we might have to actually create 2 of these. But it makes 3 at a time. Okay, and for Automation 3, what's required? 150, which means 50 craftings. Alright, so now we've got to make furnaces that are electric. So I need brick, steel, and advanced circuits. I should have plenty enough for that. Okay, so let's put it next to the brick. Let's do that. Let's actually change this furnace here. Change this recipe to these. And let's set up a wooden chest. Let's see. And dump a whole bunch of these in there. And what else do we need? We need steel. Do we have any steel? No, we don't. Well, we will. But let's just go ahead and feed that in there. And let's go grab a whole bunch of steel. I think I set up a crate somewhere over here. So we've got a whole crate full of steel? Maybe? Okay. Load up to the max. Eventually all of this will be automated. But this is not that time. We need much higher quantity of oil production. We just don't have it right now. Alright, so we'll fill that with steel. Oh man, we need... Okay, we're going to stop production of walls for the moment. Oh, and, hello. There. Those should be steel furnaces. Why are they not steel furnaces? In fact, I wonder if we can actually increase production of brick. I bet we can. That's just something I don't know why there were still any of those left. Why were we using the old style furnaces? I have no idea. Alright. So let's see. Alright, this ought to do it. This ought to double it up. I think. There we go. That will double up brick production. That'll make this go faster. Now we take these. Let's see, pop them over here. But we also have something else we have to create, which is just a pain in the neck. Which is just a royal pain in the neck. And that is... Oh, where are they? Productivity modules. Ugh. So this is going to further tax our need for red chips. Okay, in fact, I'm going to take all of them from here. I don't think we need to produce any more blue science there. I think we've got plenty. But we're going to take these red chips, we're going to go up here to where we're producing red chips. And I am willing to bet that we can set this up. Okay, what do we need to produce these? 5 red chips, 5 green chips. Okay. So let's not feed them into that box, but instead, let's reroute the outputs of these machines that make red chips into this machine right here, which is going to make our production modules. Okay. There we go. And it's going to take green chips from here. And then we're going to set up this little crate right here. There. Okay. So, I'm going to feed the rest of these. Well, not the rest. Because we're also going to need red chips to make these furnaces. So, how long is this going to take? 15 seconds. Okay. Alright, well, let's give it some time. A lot of hand jamming. So basically, if Automation 3 is going to take 150 of purple science packs, then that means we need to do 50 productions. And if each product is 1 productivity module and 1 electric furnace, and really we only need 50 of each of those. Now, of course, we're going to need a crap ton of rails, but that's not a problem. Rails we got. Okay, that actually makes the task seem a little less daunting. Alright, so let's grab these. And how long does it take? Did I say 21 seconds? Okay, well, here's our first 3. So we need to have a system in place, though. Let's go back up to our sciences, and let's see if we can get a system in place to feed them. Because as it stands right now, all the belts are currently being used. Oh, what's up with red? Oh, red science. Oh, poo. Okay, there we go. I cut it off. Not so much anymore. There we go. It's working now. So, what kind of system can we use? I wonder. Let's put some of these in there. I guess we could do this. We could actually put a outer layer if we wanted. An outer layer around these belts, I suppose. Oh my goodness. I'm reinventing the wheel here. That's what's happening. No. There's a better way to do this. It's called this. Okay, let's see. I've got 18 of those. How many have been produced? 15, which means 5 productions, which means we need a lot more. A lot more of our productivity modules. Is that all that I've got? That's all that were produced? Seems like it should be more than that. Alright, well there's some purple science. We should start to see some Automation 3 cooking. Okay, we are almost there. Been doing a lot of hand jamming, running these things back and forth. In fact, I've got a load of purple science here, but it might not be needed. Let's take a look. We are so close. We are so close. Bam! Okay, you know what we're going to do though? We're actually going to get some military science going, and one of the things I want to get done... Oh, where's tanks? Military 3. We're going to do military 3. We've got plenty of science to do it, so we're going to go ahead and do military 3. That's going to give us gas capsules, shotguns. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to let that go, and then I'm going to see what's required to make a yellow assembly machine speed modules. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can just refocus. We can refocus this to create speed modules, and honestly that's probably the only thing we're going to be producing from these from now on. Speed modules. Okay, fantastic. And how many do we need? Just one? 4. We need 4. Crud. Okay, so we're going to let that do its thing. I want to get that set up before we call it an episode. And let's just see what other purple science has been produced. We'll take that up. We'll put it on the belt. Let's see, do we have any speed modules? Yes, we do. Oh, you know what? You know what else we'll grab? If there's any more red science left. Is there any more red science left? None there. How about for blue science? No red science, no red chips left. Okay. Okay, well, let's grab some more of these. Okay. I just want to get one, because if we get one, then we've just blown open the door to everything anything else we can possibly do as far as this challenge goes. We've just basically kicked open the door, and the world is our frickin' oyster. So let's go ahead and dump this purple science in place. Alright. Military 3 is almost done. And then let's see if we can research tanks. Will tanks be the next thing? Yes, they will. And we will have those for the next episode, I'm thinking. I think we've got more than enough blue science to make that happen, right? I think we will. I think we will. Tanks is going to be huge, because then we can really start to expand our borders safely. Okay, that one's dead because I don't have any more red. That one's got one more coming. We'll grab that. That'll bring our total to 4, and then we'll be able to make our yellow assembly machine. And let's make a machine just for that, shall we? And we'll see what's the recipe going to be. And we'll go ahead, dump those in, dump that in, grab this last one that was just produced. Boom, we've got it. All right, very cool. And where we're going to set this up is right here, because it's got almost everything already set up that we need. So we're going to take this yellow machine, we're going to replace that, and then we're going to change the recipe to oil refineries. And let's move these chemical plants over here. And I think all we need to do is bring it some bricks, am I right? And we'll get our oil refineries made. We'll just grab a bunch. How many do we need? All we can carry. Fantastic. And is there an ingredient, another ingredient crate that we can put down right here? Yes. How many does it need? Needs 10, which we've got more than enough. All right, oil refineries being made. This is a huge milestone in this game. So there we go. We're going to let it create a bunch of those. And then next time, we're going to have a full-fledged oil system going. And then we can start to get our tanks done. See, how many we got there? 140? Nice. Oh, yeah, it's been catching some fish. Pretty cool. So yeah, well, there we go. So, useless machines and very useful machines. It took us some time, but we did it. So, yay us on episode 8. We've got it done. We've basically, from now on, there is no reason, there's no other milestone we need to make this challenge happen, to win out on this challenge. We have basically done it. Now we just need to stay the course and do not produce anything else in hand. And I'm kind of glad we stuck this out, because now we can keep it below single digits. There is nothing else we have to produce in hand. This is it. We can keep it in single digits, which is awesome. Okay, so a little bit of purple science going around. We can start to do redesign. We've got the entire world is our oyster. So we'll even start production of yellow assembly machines, and things are very good. So all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll bring this thing home, and you'll get to see it. You'll get notified. Won't cost you a thing, and you won't get spammed or anything. So all you got to do is hit that little subscribe button right down here. It's there. Just look for it, little red button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.